Welcome back to the Numbers Hunter, where every tiny coin holds a giant story. And today we dive into one of the most unbelievable tales in modern numismatics. A story that has shocked collectors, stunned experts, and ignited a wildfire of curiosity across the world. The mysterious 1973 1-cent coin that is claimed to have reached an astonishing $31 million in value because of its rare, extraordinary, and almost mythical combination of errors and minting mistakes, a coin that reminds us that sometimes the smallest objects hold the greatest secrets. And as we explore this unbelievable piece, you will find yourself drawn deeper into the world of minting anomalies, striking defects, mechanical slips, and unexpected occurrences that transform a common copper coin into a legendary artifact worth more than luxury mansions, supercars, and even some of the world's most famous collectibles. And it all begins with understanding the very year this coin was minted, a time when the Denver Mint was producing billions of cents, working at extreme speed and facing pressure to keep up with national demands. A perfect storm for rare slip-ups, unnoticed mishaps, and hidden minting mysteries that slipped through quality control and entered circulation, only to be rediscovered decades later by sharp-eyed collectors who knew exactly what to look for. The first and most jaw-dropping reason behind the 1973 pennies viral fame is the possibility of a major double-die obverse error, a type of mistake where the design elements are stamped twice at slightly different angles, creating a dramatic doubling effect on the date. The word liberty and the famous motto, "In God We Trust," but unlike ordinary double dies that are subtle or barely visible. The rumored 1973 double die is believed to show strong, clear separation lines, thick edges around the lettering, and a ghost-like shadow on Lincoln's profile, making the coin instantly recognizable even without magnification. And such a bold double die on a Denver minted cent would be extremely unusual because the Denver Mint historically produced fewer dramatic double dies than Philadelphia, increasing the rarity, desirability, and the sky-high value of this piece. But the story doesn't end with doubling, because this particular coin is also said to contain a striking off-center error, where the design is shifted noticeably to one side, creating a crescent-shaped blank area on the planchet while still preserving the full date and mint mark, a combination that collectors consider the holy grail of off-center mistakes, especially when the misalignment reaches around 10 to 15%, enough to be eye-catching, yet not so extreme that the critical elements are missing. And when a double die error is paired with an off-center strike, the rarity multiplies exponentially, creating a layered error combination that is virtually never seen on any regular business strike cent from this era. Adding to the mystery and value is the possibility that the planchet itself carries an unexpected flaw, such as laminations peeling away from the surface or impurities in the copper alloy that cause strange textures, discoloration, or raised lines across the coin, defects that occur only when the metal strip is not properly blended or when contaminants like gas, debris, or foreign particles get trapped inside the metal mixture during rolling. And because the mint was using vast quantities of materials rapidly in 1973, it was more prone to producing planchet flaws that could create extremely rare and valuable anomalies when paired with major striking errors. Some collectors even speculate that the coin could have been struck on a transitional planchet, meaning a leftover blank from a different year accidentally fed into the presses, something that has happened in other famous cases such as the 1943 copper cent or the 1974 aluminum cent. And although no confirmed transitional 1973 planchet errors have surfaced officially, the mere possibility creates a sense of awe, suspense, and intense demand, especially among collectors who specialize in experimental or off-metal strikes. And if such a mistake ever existed, it would immediately elevate the coin into world record territory. Another major contributing factor to the coin's rumored multimillion-dollar price is the potential presence of a repunched mint mark, where the demint mark appears doubled or tripled due to the hand-punching techniques used during that era, and when combined with a dramatic double die or offsetter strike. This type of repunching becomes far more than a simple anomaly. It becomes a vital clue showing the complex sequence of mistakes that occurred while the coin was being prepared for production, revealing a deeper layer of minting history and drastically amplifying the piece's overall appeal to experts and high-end collectors. What makes the 1973 D cent even more desirable is the idea that only a single known example of this extreme multi-error combination may exist, making it effectively a one-of-a-kind treasure. And when a coin is not just rare, but unique, meaning no other example on Earth shares the same features, the value is determined not by standard price guides, but by the emotional, competitive, and historical intensity of collectors who want to own something no one else can ever acquire. And in the world of elite numismatic auctions, uniqueness alone can push prices far beyond ordinary expectations, leading to dramatic bidding wars that drive a humble cent into the tens of millions. Then there is the element of mystery surrounding where this coin was found, how it survived, and why it remained undiscovered for so long, as many of the world's most valuable coins are stumbled upon in old jars, forgotten drawers, inherited collections, or even pocket change. And these stories add a human element that fuels fascination, making the coin feel like a lost treasure emerging from everyday life. And when such a story is paired with dramatic minting errors and the allure of a Denver anomaly, the result is a coin that captivates not only collectors but general audiences, historians, and treasure hunters alike. Another factor driving its legendary value is the growing online obsession with rare coins, where viral posts, collector forums, and auction previews boost attention and create a surge of interest, making extremely rare coins more desirable than ever before. And the 1973 D pennies mythical combination of errors becomes a perfect candidate for viral fame, spawning debates, speculation, and curiosity that increases its perceived value even more, while also inspiring new collectors to start searching their own change in hopes of discovering the next multi-million-dollar rarity. Experts also point out that multi-error coins from the 1970s are especially popular because they represent a transition period in technology, quality control, and minting processes, making them historically significant beyond their metallic value. And when a coin displays multiple layers of mistakes, it becomes a miniature time capsule reflecting the minting challenges of that era. And this historical depth is yet another reason why wealthy collectors are willing to pay astronomical amounts for such an artifact. Ultimately, what truly pushes the rumored value of the 1973 D penny to the breathtaking $31 million mark is the perfect storm of major errors, historical significance, extreme rarity, viral appeal, strong collector competition, and the irresistible human desire to own something that no one else can ever claim, turning an ordinary copper cent into a once-in-a-lifetime masterpiece of numismatic wonder. And as you continue your treasure hunting journey with a numis hunter, let this story remind you that every coin you hold could be hiding an extraordinary secret, because the next multi-million-dollar discovery might be sitting unnoticed in your pocket right now. Next, 1971 1-cent coin that is said to have reached a jaw-dropping value of $27 million because of extraordinary errors, rare minting mistakes, and mysterious possibilities that turn an ordinary copper penny into a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. And as we explore this astonishing claim, you will find yourself pulled deeper into the incredible world of mint mishaps, mechanical misalignments, die deterioration, planchet defects, and highly unusual combinations of errors that elevate A simple sent far beyond its face value into the realm of priceless collectibles sought after by serious collectors and high-end investors alike. Before we break down the specific mistakes that make this coin so valuable, it is important to understand a world in which the 1971 pennies were born, a year of heavy mint production in the United States, with billions of cents churned out at incredible speed. And with machines running intensely day and night, the chance for errors dramatically increased because even the smallest slip in pressure, alignment, die preparation, or metal composition could create rare anomalies. And in the chaos of mass production, a few extremely unusual coins slipped past inspectors and entered circulation, quietly waiting for decades until keen-eyed collectors discovered their astonishing features. One of the most significant reasons behind the monumental value of the rumored $27,001,971 cent is the possibility of an extremely strong double die obverse error, one of the most sought-after and respected mistakes in numismatics, where the design elements like Liberty, the date 1971, and the motto, "In God We Trust," appear doubled, showing crisp, separated outlines that make the coin instantly recognizable under even moderate magnification, and although double dies exist. For other years, a dramatic and bold double die for 1971 is exceptionally rare and would command massive attention, especially if the doubling is wide, thick, and visible without zooming tools, since coins with extreme doubling are often sold for astonishing amounts due to their rarity, eye appeal, and historical significance. And such dramatic doubling would place this particular 1971 cent among the most coveted error coins ever discovered. But the story doesn't end there, because collectors believe the coin might also contain a major off-center strike, a mistake that occurs when the planchet and the die do not align correctly, causing part of the design to be missing and leaving a blank crescent along the edge, yet still revealing the full date, which is crucial for maintaining its extreme value. And when an off-center strike is combined with a double die, the rarity becomes exponentially greater because multi-error coins with perfectly preserved key features are incredibly rare and can instantly become headline-making discoveries in the numismatic world. Adding to the mystery is the strong possibility that this coin was struck on a flawed planchet, exhibiting chemical impurities or lamination errors where parts of the copper layer begin to peel, bubble, or separate, creating dramatic patterns and strange textures across the surface. And such defects occur only when the metal strip used to punch the blanks contained trapped foreign particles, gas pockets, or uneven alloy mixtures, making these planchet flaws extremely rare and highly valuable, especially when combined with other significant mint errors. And a coin that displays both striking errors and planchet defects becomes a numismatic treasure unlike anything else. Some collectors speculate that the coin may even have been struck on the wrong planchet, similar to the legendary off-metal errors seen in other years, such as cent struck on dime planchets, aluminum blanks, or even foreign coin planchets accidentally fed into the press during transition periods or experimental mint runs. And if a 1971 cent was struck on an unintended planchet, the rarity would be extraordinary because off-metal errors are among the most desirable category of mint mistakes, often commanding 6- or 7-figure prices on their own, and when paired with bold doubling or off-center strikes, the value skyrockets into the millions, explaining how such a coin could achieve an unbelievable price tag of $27 million. Another incredibly important element adding to the coin's mythical value is the potential presence of a repunched mint mark, a feature created in the era when mint marks were applied manually, meaning the worker could accidentally strike the D or S more than once, resulting in noticeable doubling or distortion of the mint mark. And when this feature appears alongside a double die obverse or off-center strike, it becomes another layer of rarity, making the coin even more desirable and historically fascinating, because it reflects the manual craftsmanship and imperfections of minting practices from that period. The coin's value also increases drastically if the reverse side contains its own errors, such as die cracks that look like lightning strikes across the Lincoln Memorial, die breaks that create raised blobs of extra metal, or die chips lodged inside the lettering or architectural details, all of which are highly collectible. And when a coin carries multiple die stage errors on top of dramatic obverse anomalies, its desirability multiplies, attracting the attention of elite collectors with deep pockets who look for unique pieces that stand out from standard minting mishaps. Experts also point to a significant possibility that the coin may exhibit broad striking, where the coin expands beyond its normal diameter because it was struck outside the collar, giving it a wide, flattened appearance, and broad struck errors combined with visible doubling or wrong planchet strikes are almost never seen, making such a coin a true numismatic miracle that would instantly draw worldwide attention and intense bidding competition. What makes this 1971 cent particularly legendary is that it may be one of only a handful ever discovered or possibly even a unique specimen. And uniqueness is the single most powerful factor in determining extreme coin value. Because when a coin is the only known example of its kind, collectors will pay whatever it takes to secure ownership of an irreplaceable artifact that no one else can ever possess. And when such a coin goes to auction, the bidding becomes a spectacle of emotion, prestige, and financial power, driving prices far beyond rational levels and into the realm of record-breaking sales. Another reason this coin has gained such unbelievable attention is the viral nature of rare coin discoveries, where stories spread rapidly across social media, collector forums, YouTube channels, and online communities, creating massive enthusiasm and curiosity around coins with dramatic mint errors. And when millions of people hear about a mysterious penny allegedly worth millions, the interest drives the perceived value even higher, because demand and attention are powerful forces in shaping today's numismatic market. The 1971 cent is also historically important, representing a transitional period in minting technology when dies were being redesigned, equipment was being upgraded, and production volumes were increasing, all of which contributed to higher chances of unusual mechanical errors. And collectors today specifically seek out coins from transitional years because they offer more opportunities for discovering previously unknown varieties and anomalies. The combination of bold errors, historical timing, potential uniqueness, and viral fascination creates a perfect storm explaining how such a coin could reach a staggering $27 million, transforming it from an everyday object into a priceless treasure that sparks imagination, inspires new collectors to search their own change, and keeps the numismatic world buzzing with speculation and excitement. And as you continue exploring with the Numis Hunter, let this incredible story remind you that every coin has a history. Every minting error has the potential to rewrite expectations, and the next unbelievable discovery might be hiding right now in your pocket, waiting for someone just like you to uncover its extraordinary secret and bring another astonishing chapter to the world of rare coins. Next, 1995 D1 cent coin that is rumored to have soared to a staggering $16 million because of extraordinary minting errors, rare mechanical mistakes, and bizarre possibilities that transform a simple copper-plated zinc penny into a priceless treasure. And as we explore this remarkable claim, you will discover how a coin that millions of people handled casually in their daily lives could become a numismatic legend, thanks to a combination of striking anomalies, die issues, alignment, slips, planchet defects, and unexpected minting phenomena that shock even the most experienced collectors and experts. The story of a 1995 D penny begins at the Denver Mint during a period of rapid production where billions of cents were being produced at high speed, a time when the minting process was pushed to its limits and machines were working non-stop, creating perfect conditions for rare errors to slip through unnoticed because even the slightest misalignment, pressure inconsistency, die deterioration, or planchet impurity could give birth to a rare coin with astronomical value. And the 1995 D penny stands out as one of the most mysterious of them all, with collectors believing it contains an unprecedented combination of dramatic mistakes and unique anomalies that make it unlike any other coin minted in that year. One of the leading reasons behind the enormous value rumored around this coin is the possibility of a dramatic double die obverse error, a type of mistake that collectors chase passionately, where the letters in Liberty, the motto "In God We Trust," and the date 1995 appear doubled with clear separation, thick outlines, and strong shadow-like impressions. And while the Philadelphia Mint produced the famous 1995 double die cent, the Denver Mint did not officially release any. So a true 1995 D double die would be incredibly rare, potentially unique, and immensely valuable, because its very existence would challenge established mint records and strike rarity levels never seen before, instantly turning the coin into a multimillion-dollar collectible. But the story doesn't stop at doubling, because some experts believe the coin may also exhibit a significant off-center strike, a dramatic error where the die and planchet do not align correctly, causing part of the design to shift to one side and leaving a blank crescent along the edge. Yet if the date and mint mark remain fully visible on the struck portion, the value increases exponentially. And when an off-center strike is paired with a strong double die error, the rarity becomes extraordinary, since multi-error coins that maintain key identifying features are some of the rarest and most valuable pieces ever discovered. Another stunning possibility that adds to the 1995 D penny's legendary value is the presence of a major planchet flaw, which could include lamination peeling, bubbling, cracking, or metal impurities trapped inside the zinc core or copper plating, creating strange surfaces, raised lines, or fragmented textures across the coin. And because the mid-1990s saw changes in coin production materials and increased speed in mint operations, the chance for planchet errors was higher, making off-metal contaminations or incomplete copper layering rare but possible. And when these planchet errors appear on a coin that already displays doubling or off-center strikes, the piece becomes a multi-layered masterpiece of minting anomalies. Some collectors speculate the coin might even be an off-metal strike, meaning it was minted on a planchet mint for another denomination, such as a dime blank, foreign coin blank, or leftover transitional planchet, and rare off-metal errors are among the most valuable types of mint mistakes, often selling for tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars on their own. So if the 1995 D penny was struck on the wrong metal and combined with a dramatic double die or off-center strike, the value could easily climb into millions, explaining why this particular coin has become the focus of intense detection, excitement, and speculation. Another fascinating possibility is the presence of a repunched mint mark, a type of error created when the mint mark was still applied manually, where a worker might accidentally stamp the D more than once at slightly different angles, creating noticeable doubling or shadowing around the mint mark. And although repunched mint marks became less common as technology improved, rare examples still exist. And when an RPM appears on a coin already carrying major errors, it adds another rare ingredient to the mix, making the overall coin even more desirable and historically significant. The reverse side of the coin may also carry dramatic die cracks, die chips, die breaks, or interior breaks within the Lincoln Memorial columns, creating raised metal formations that look like lightning strikes, blobs, or fractures. And collectors love these types of errors because they offer a glimpse into the weakening die conditions and the intense working pressure of the minting process at that time. And when these reverse die state errors are combined with flawless obverse mistakes, the uniqueness multiplies, pushing the coin further into the realm of high-value rarities. Some experts even propose that broad striking may be part of the coin's anomaly set, where the coin expands slightly beyond its normal shape because it was struck without the retaining collar, giving it a wider and flatter appearance. And broad-struck coins with doubling, planchet flaws, or off-center strikes are incredibly rare, making such a combination the kind of discovery that could dominate numismatic headlines and attract high-end collectors willing to pay enormous sums. The most powerful factor contributing to the rumored $16 million value of the 1995 D penny is the idea that the coin may be unique or one of only a few known examples. And in numismatics, uniqueness is everything, because when a coin has no direct competition, bidding wars erupt, wealthy collectors compete emotionally and aggressively, and the value skyrockets far beyond traditional price guides, turning a small cent made for everyday transactions into an iconic artifact of minting history. Another major driver behind the massive interest in this coin is the explosion of viral coin discoveries across social media, where stories of rare pennies, nickels, and dimes worth life-changing amounts spread rapidly, inspiring millions to search their pockets, jars, and old collections, increasing the excitement and speculation around rare varieties like the mysterious 1995 D error. And as more people discuss it, the legend grows, amplifying its perceived value even more. The 1995 D penny is also historically interesting because it represents a time when the mint was transitioning through equipment adjustments, design refinements, and increased production demands, leading to opportunities for unusual mechanical errors to occur. And collectors today love coins from periods where minting changes were underway, because these periods often produce rare varieties and unexpected anomalies that remain undiscovered for years or even decades. When you combine dramatic errors like strong doubling, off-center strikes, planchet flaws, repunched mint marks, reverse die cracks, broad striking, and potential off-metal strikes, you end up with the perfect recipe for a coin that becomes a legendary collectible, capable of reaching unbelievable prices due to extreme rarity, historical significance, collector demand, and viral fascination. And the rumored $16,001,995 D penny embodies all those ingredients, making it a symbol of just how extraordinary the world of coin collecting can be. And as you continue this journey with a numis hunter, let this incredible story remind you that every coin has a secret. Every minting mistake has the potential to create history, and the next multi-million-dollar discovery could be sitting unnoticed in your hands right now, waiting for someone with curiosity, passion, and sharp eyes to recognize its value and unlock another unbelievable chapter in the thrilling world of rare coins. Next, 1992 1-cent coin that has shocked collectors and set the rare coin community buzzing because it is rumored to be worth a staggering $9 million due to an extraordinary combination of minting errors, design variations, striking mistakes, and strange mint anomalies that transform an ordinary copper-plated zinc penny into a priceless treasure. And as we explore this incredible story, you will discover how a coin that millions of people spent without thinking could suddenly become one of the rarest and most desirable pennies ever found, with errors so unusual, so dramatic, and so unbelievably rare that collectors believe only a handful may exist, or perhaps even just a single unique example. And uniqueness in the world of coin collecting is the ultimate key to unimaginable value. The incredible journey of the 1992 cent begins at a time when the United States Mint was transitioning from one style of design to another, making it a period of vulnerability where unexpected varieties and accidental hybrids could slip through the system unnoticed. Because in 1992, the Mint was preparing to switch the reverse design from the traditional wide AM spacing between the letters A and M in America to the newer close AM design intended for proof coins starting in 1993. and during this transition, a handful of business strike cents were mistakenly produced using the wrong reverse die, creating what collectors today call the 1992 close AM variety, one of the rarest modern penny varieties ever discovered, and one that already commands tens of thousands of dollars even in lower grades. But the rumored $9 million example is believed to contain far more errors than just the iconic close AM reverse. To understand why such a coin could be worth millions, we must explore the additional errors that collectors believe this mythical 1992 cent might possess, starting with the dramatic double die obverse, a type of error where the design strikes twice at slightly different positions, producing clear doubling in the date 1992, the word liberty, and a motto, "In God We Trust." And while double dies are highly collectible, finding one on a coin that already features the extremely rare close AM reverse would be considered nearly impossible, pushing the coin into a category of extreme rarity that could easily command phenomenal prices. The next potential factor is an off-center strike, which occurs when the coin blank is not properly aligned with the die, causing part of the design to shift dramatically and leaving a blank crescent on the surface. But what makes such an error truly valuable is when the off-center alignment is significant enough to be visually striking, yet still leaves the date visible. And if a 1992 close AM coin also displayed a noticeable off-center strike, its rarity would multiply exponentially, making it a once-in-a-lifetime discovery that collectors would pay immense amounts to obtain. Another extraordinary possibility is a major planchet flaw, which occurs when the metal blank contains impurities, cracks, delamination, or incomplete copper plating, creating bubbling, blistering, or peeling across the surface of the coin. And because the 1990s were still early in the era of copper-plated zinc cents, these coins were more prone to plating defects, making planchet flaws possible but extremely rare when combined with major design varieties and a coin exhibiting a close AM reverse. A double die obverse and a dramatic planchet flaw would instantly become a numismatic miracle, the kind of coin experts talk about for decades. There is also the possibility that this coin contains a repunched mint mark, where the mint worker applied the mint mark more than once slightly misaligned, creating a ghost-like doubling effect around the letter D in 1992, D, or the lack of doubling in a Philadelphia piece. And although mint marks were applied differently during this era, rare RPMs are still possible and highly collectible, especially when they appear on coins already containing dramatic design or striking errors. Another dramatic error that may be part of this coin's mysterious value is the presence of die cracks or die breaks, where fractures in the minting die produce raised lines or blobs of extra metal on the coin, sometimes resembling lightning bolts, rivers, outlines, or jagged shapes across the design. And collectors love these types of dramatic die state errors because they reveal unique moments in minting history where the dies were deteriorating or under extreme pressure, and when combined with major design anomalies like the close AM reverse, these cracks add even more desirability. A particularly thrilling possibility is that the coin could have been struck on the wrong planchet entirely, meaning the blank intended for another denomination or another country accidentally found its way beneath the press, producing a 1992 cent on a dime planchet, foreign planchet, or transitional experimental blank, and off-metal strikes are among the most valuable coins in existence, often selling for staggering amounts. And when paired with the close AM feature or double dies, the value could easily escalate into the multimillion-dollar range. The reverse itself might even display additional errors, such as a rotated die error where the reverse is misaligned relative to the obverse, creating a noticeable twist when flipping the coin, or a misaligned die strike, where one die shifts slightly, causing one side of the coin to appear more deeply or lightly struck than the other. And these types of mechanical errors add yet another layer of rarity, making the coin even more desirable to collectors. And the true force behind the rumored $9 million value is the idea that the coin may be unique, the only known example of its kind, combining the close AM reverse, dramatic doubling, striking anomalies, planchet flaws, or off-metal features. And in numismatics, uniqueness is the most powerful factor in determining value, because collectors are willing to spend unbelievable amounts to own the one single specimen that exists on Earth, a treasure that cannot be replaced, matched, or challenged by any other coin in the world. Another reason such coins see explosive value is the viral nature of rare coin discoveries in the modern age, where social media, YouTube, and online forums spread the stories of ultra-rare finds at lightning speed. And as more people hear about a $9 million penny, the excitement, speculation, and obsession grow, increasing demand and pushing perceived value even higher. And this incredible attention fuels the legend of the coin and transforms it from a simple error piece into a cultural phenomenon. The 1992 close AM penny is already one of the most valuable modern cents ever found. But when you begin stacking possibilities like doubling, off-center strikes, mint-mark anomalies, planchet defects, die breaks, and off-metal strikes, you begin to see how this coin could capture global attention and reach values normally reserved for historic rarities like the 1913 Liberty nickel or the 1804 draped bust dollar. And as you continue your treasure hunting journey with a numis hunter, let this astonishing story remind you that every coin in your pocket has a history. Every penny could hide a mistake worth life-changing money, and the next extraordinary discovery could be waiting right now in your own hands, ready to reveal its secret and become the next legendary chapter in the world of rare coins. Last 2006 1-cent coin that is rumored to have reached an incredible value of $2.7 million because of a series of extraordinary errors, minting mistakes, and rare anomalies that elevate a simple copper-plated zinc penny into a legendary collectible worth more than luxury homes, exotic cars, and even some of the world's rarest artifacts. And as we dive into this story, you will discover how a coin that millions of people have handled, spent, saved, or ignored could secretly contain rare mint defects so unusual, so dramatic, and so unlikely that they propel it into the realm of priceless treasures, reminding all of us that every coin has a history and sometimes a shocking secret waiting to be uncovered. The 2006 cent comes from a period where the United States Mint was operating with extremely high production speed, creating billions of pennies each year. And while modern minting technology is far more advanced than earlier decades, even the most sophisticated machinery is not immune to errors, especially when operating around the clock at immense pressure, producing conditions where mechanical stress, die wear, planchet inconsistencies, and feeder system glitches can create rare and unexpected mistakes that slip past inspection unnoticed and enter everyday circulation, where they lie hidden until a sharp-eyed collector discovers them years later. One of the most highly speculated reasons behind the 2006 penny's enormous multimillion-dollar valuation is the possibility of a dramatic double die obverse error, a highly sought-after mistake where design elements like the date 2006, the word liberty, and the motto "In God We Trust" appear doubled with visible separation or shadowing. And while double dies are far less common in modern years due to improved die creation techniques, they are not impossible, and when a strong double die appears on a coin with billions of standard examples, its rarity becomes astronomical, and collectors immediately assign extreme value to it, especially if the doubling is bold, unmistakable, and dramatic enough to be recognized even without magnification. But doubling alone cannot explain a $2.7 million value. So experts believe this coin may also contain an incredible off-center strike, where the die and the planchet were misaligned during the strike, leaving a noticeable portion of the design missing and showing a blank crescent along the edge, And the most valuable off-center errors are those where the date remains fully visible despite the misalignment. And if a 2006 double die cent also happened to be struck 10 to 15% off-center with a clear date, it would instantly become one of the most desirable modern-era errors ever discovered, pushing its value far beyond standard expectations. Another extraordinary factor that might contribute to this coin's value is the possibility of a major planchet flaw, including incomplete copper plating, exposed zinc areas, peeling layers, bubbling or blistering caused by trapped air or contaminants beneath the plating, and because post-1982 cents are made with thin copper coating over a zinc core. They are especially prone to unique plating failures that create dramatic visual deformities, and a coin showing both striking errors and severe plating defects would be considered a multi-layered error specimen, attracting extreme interest from high-end collectors seeking unusual and visually striking mint mistakes. Some collectors believe the 2.7 million 2006 cent may even be an off-metal strike, meaning it could have been struck on a planchet intended for a dime, a foreign coin, a leftover experimental blank, or a transitional metal that somehow entered the cent production process. And modern off-metal errors are incredibly rare because of improved quality control and automated feeder systems. So, discovering a 2006 penny struck on the wrong metal would be nothing short of extraordinary. And when combined with doubling, off-center striking, or plating flaws, the rarity compounds dramatically, easily pushing the coin into multimillion-dollar territory. Another exciting possibility is the presence of a die clash error, which occurs when the obverse and reverse dies collide with each other without a planchet between them, transferring faint outlines of the opposite design onto each die, and later coins struck from those damaged dies show ghost-like images or partial outlines of Lincoln's bust or the interior of the Lincoln Memorial appearing in unexpected locations. And dramatic die clashes are extremely collectible because they reveal a fascinating moment of mechanical failure inside the minting process, capturing a mistake that was never meant to happen and preserving it forever on the surface of the coin. Alongside die clashes, the coin might contain die cracks or die breaks, where the minting die develops fractures over time due to pressure and wear, creating raised lines, jagged patterns, or blobs of extra metal on the struck coins. And these errors can range from subtle cracks to dramatic die breaks known as cut errors, which are massive chunks of missing die that produce large blobs of raised metal on the edge of the coin. And the 2006 cent showing a full cut error combined with doubling off. Center alignment or planchet defects would be a breathtaking rarity, practically guaranteed to become world famous. Some experts also speculate that this coin may exhibit broad striking, where the retaining collar fails and the coin spreads out wider than normal, or struck through errors, where foreign objects such as cloth fibers, metal shavings, grease, or debris become trapped between the die and the planchet during striking, leaving permanent impressions on the coin's surface. And dramatic struck-through errors are some of the most collectible anomalies in modern minting because they capture a physical object that participated in the minting mistake, essentially freezing a moment of production accident in metallic form. And when combined with multiple other errors, the desirability skyrockets. Another rare and fascinating possibility is that the reverse design might show signs of die deterioration doubling, where worn dies produce distorted or stretched lettering, creating a wavy or smeared appearance. And although this type of doubling is not as valuable on its own, when added to a coin that already displays dramatic errors like strong obverse doubling, off-center striking, or off-metal planchets, it becomes another layer in a highly complex and extremely rare combination of minting mistakes. The idea that the coin might be unique or one of only a tiny handful ever discovered is the most powerful driving force behind the staggering multimillion-dollar valuation. Because in numismatics, rarity is everything. And when a coin contains multiple major errors that almost never occur together on a single piece, its uniqueness skyrockets. And wealthy collectors are willing to pay extraordinary sums to own a specimen that no one else on Earth possesses, a treasure that cannot be duplicated or replaced. The modern coin era rarely produces errors of historic importance. So when a coin like this emerges, combining rare doubling, dramatic striking anomalies, planchet defects, possible off-metal features, and unusual die conditions, it becomes a landmark discovery, sparking massive attention across social media, coin forums, auction houses, and YouTube channels, creating a viral wave of interest that elevates its perceived value even higher, because collectors around the world understand that such a coin represents an extremely rare moment in minting history, one that might never occur again. As the story spreads, the coin transforms from a simple minting accident into a symbol of modern numismatic mystery, attracting high-end investors, museum-level collectors, and enthusiasts fascinated by the idea that an ordinary penny minted in 2006 could secretly contain errors worth millions. And this viral excitement creates bidding competition, emotional attachment, and intense desire to own the coin, all of which contribute to its reported price of $2.7 million.